hell should I know?
You said he was distraught.
I didn't say I knew why. I mean, you don't look too happy either. Will you excuse me?
That's the fiancée of the deceased, Miss Leonore Lemmon. The one on the end is a house guest, Robert Condon. The other two are friends, Carol Van Ronkel and Bill Bliss. Bliss found the body.
What time did the party start?
Just after midnight. He woke up, came downstairs, 20 minutes, half an hour. Said goodnight and went back to bed. The coroner's ruling had indicated suicide.
Madison? Yeah.
The fiancé said he was depressed. Also predicted he would do it. He went upstairs. She told her pals he was going to shoot himself.
So why didn't she stop?
Maybe she believed what she saw on TV.
On TV? Oh, yeah.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
Oh, hi.
I have new information.
Good.
I went to the office on Rossmore. The office is occupied by an orthodontist. You can imagine my consternation.
We're setting up in a better location. It's, right off Wilshire, adding an operative, but delays, phone lines, so time being.
I have reason to believe that my wife continues to engage in illicit carnal relations.
I'm gonna take care of the mail.
Good. Mrs. Sinclair, we did check into that, and there was nothing we came up with.
Yes, well, in that regard, I blame myself.
How's that?
My wife became aware of a change in my demeanor and curtailed her activities accordingly.
She's still at Western Costume.
I drop her off there every morning. What transpires after that?
Right, fee is
$50 a day. 3-day minimum. In advance.
We'll do everything we can.
It's not right, you know.
His money.
He's nuts.
Don't give me grief, okay? Somebody said you had to stay in Van Nuys.
You're the one that wanted a backyard.
What did I say?
Disneyland.
You like it?
Russ took him on a canoe at Indian Village. Seemed to go all right.
Russell. Rusty.
Am I supposed to ask your permission?
Just want to make sure his intentions are honorable.
Keeping busy?
Yeah. Maybe something big. Don't believe me?
Oh, I always believed you. Every time.
Where's Evan? What's going on?
That actor who shot himself, the one who plays Superman.
What about him?
This made him very upset.
He told you that?
Every kid on the block is upset.
Scout, come on. The old Pops is taking you to school. What's on your mind, Scout?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
You know, things you see on TV. You know, someone's a cowboy or a spaceman. It's just pretend, right?
I know.
You remember we talked about that?
I remember.
Okay. Hey, what's this?
I don't know.
Oh, why don't you find out? You like that?
Kind of.
All right, come on. Turn the knobs.
Maybe I ain't the best PI in California, but if I catch one one-eyed Negro Jew sneaking into a house in Beverly Hills, it's time to pack it in, boys.
Mr. Davis is a very talented performer.
What'd Rick do?
What's the matter, Ace? Alpha Beta not hiring any more parking lot guards?
Not with you moonlighting, Chuck.
Study this gentleman. Observe him closely. The haircut, the getup. Nobody told him the world don't need two Ralph Meekers.
Listen to him, kid. Don't start smoking either. Filthy habit.
This isn't show business, pal. It's just a job. Punch in every day. Let's get out of here.
Still eating, Chuck.
Come on. Sweetheart, check, please.
Ain't down.
Rick working you hard? Payroll scam at Warner's.
Wow. It's real detective work.
I'm a real detective.
Anything you guys throwing away?
Jesus, Lou.
Look, I'm asking. This shit you won't touch. Come on.
You will.
If it puts me in a Fleetwood bigger than Ricky Harris's, yeah.
He drives the Lincoln.
Come on, Del. Feed me something.
Why should I?
Because you owe me, partner. What? What? The guy used to play Superman. He shot himself. What?
Someone thinks he didn't.
Oh, yeah? Who?
His mother.
His mother. How do you know what she thinks?
She tried to hire us this morning.
What does she have that cops don't?
Look, you like a headline, there's a headline.
What did Rick say?
Maybe you forgot. We're paid to keep things out of the newspaper. Helen Bessolo. She's in from Illinois. At the Ambassador, and you don't work for Rick Harris.
What?
When you pitch her, you're not an associate, you're not a stringer.
Who said I'm pitching her?
I'm done eating. Oh, I forgot. Have one. Guess who's a daddy?
It's a boy. Mrs. Bessolo, I'm Louis Simo. I called. Our children, yes. They'll always be our babies.
You work for Mr. Harris?
I was an operative at the agency. I branched out on my own. May I? Yeah, there are certain situations the agency is not prepared to handle. They come to me.
A house full of strangers.
How's that?
The ones there that night. Van Ronkel, Bliss, and that woman.
This is Lenore, the fiancée.
Leonore. How could you trust anything they say?
Did he give any indication to you?
About what?
Being, despondent.
Why would he be?
When was, if I may, the last time you spoke with your son?
Do you know a Herbert Spirakis?
No.
He's also an investigator here. Very professional. He says I have a case.
Like Mrs. Bessolo, I'm on a level with you, all right? LAPD, Los Angeles Police Department, they don't like to be shown up. Okay, they've already closed the door on your son. It's a suicide, end of story. You want that door open again? You want to make the cops and the DA pay attention? You need a headline this big. Only with the truth. So that everybody knows. Okay? You gotta shove it in their faces. Did Herbert Spirakis tell you that?
I have to pay by check.
5 minutes. I didn't let in. Hey, the 20?
Sorry.
So you know what people want to see. A lot of turn this guy stomping out of.
No kidding.
I tell you, that kid of hers, knife was practically sticking out of his ass. Think about how.
What are these?
Huh?
These marks. What did he do? Beat himself up before he shot himself?
I don't know. Don't do that. Hey, I didn't say you could touch anything.
Don't worry about it.
Put it down. The coroner's gonna be back. You hear? Okay, that's it. You gotta go.
So, pal, who's TM?
Come on, what do you say? Well,
George. George.
Yes?
Don't order any more drinks. I can't afford it.
Couldn't afford the cover, Natty. Drinks are just gravy. Hello, Billy Wilder. Hire me, please.
We're 2 steps from the men's room. If anyone sees us, they'll think we're queer.
You do look fetching today.
Okay, I'm leaving.
No, you're not. You're gonna stay right here, and we're casting guy from Fox. Right there. You and I are going to practice the fine art of being noticed without looking like you're trying. Fred Zinnemann.
Who?
He's a director. Pictures. He hires people.
Gisela, no one's going to hire me anyway. That's Rita Hayworth. George. That's Rita Hayworth.
You look absolutely ravishing, Rita.
Miss Hayward, this way? Thank you.
Just made it.
Beg your pardon?
Enter the picture.
Was someone taking a picture? I hadn't noticed.
I were awfully well trained, Mr.
George Reeves. Was it the line or the delivery?
I laugh when I'm happy.
I see. Well, who is that I'm making so happy?
I'm Toni.
Just a poor girl with no last name. I had no idea I could spread this much joy.
Well, who knows what you might be spreading. Your turn.
Yeah, I'm afraid you got me.
This way, please. Thank you.
For you, sir. George.
That was your first picture?
That was my very first paid acting role.
Your very first paid acting role was in Gone with the Wind, the biggest picture ever?
That's right.
And yet I don't remember you.
You don't? How's this? You want all your waltzes. First Brett, then me, then Brett, then me.
You were a tartan.
I was.
Your hair was orange.
Hardly. It was tangerine.
Ah, well. All right, then. That was your first.
Mm-hmm.
What was your last?
That, I'm fairly certain you didn't see.
Try me.
Adventures of Sir Galahad, Boldest Knight of the Round Table, Saturday morning cereal, very cheap. We all rode the same horse.
Well, I'm sure you did a wonderful professional job, and the children loved you.
And I don't know. It's a lot of waiting, a lot of wanting, and somehow, that's your life. How dare you?
What?
How dare you permit me to talk about myself when I'm standing next to the most beautiful woman?
Well, you're an actor.
How about you? Those, friends of yours over at Ciro's?
I know some of them.
Good people to know.
Not if you know them.
Really? That sounded sad.
Oh, I was aiming for mysterious.
No. Mysterious is like this.
Oh, that's good. Do another one.
What?
Noble. Stoic. Heroic. Bad shellfish.
Very good, exactly. Well, you don't seem sad.
What if I were?
I won't allow it.
I'm much too old for you, you know?
We don't give out that information.
Here's the thing, though. Mr. Train, the person I work for, he,
Yeah, sure.
I come back empty-handed. That was my job. Give me that watch that George had, he told me.
George?
George Reeves.
Oh, Mr. Reeves.
Yeah, they were very close. They were like brothers. You know, they spoke every week. Until...
Who do you work for?
No, I can't. I just do what I'm told. The rest of the world knew what these stars are really like. Well, we got some stories, right?
Hold on. Golcho Par Quattro. Unfortunately, no longer made.
He was a good customer.
Oh, no, these are Mrs. Mannix's account. She bought him a lot of things, you know?
Of course. Say no more.
Maybe there's some old stock.
I'd be grateful. No luck, huh? I'll take the bad news.
If I showed you something else?
No, I don't think that's gonna help me.
Spencer Tracy.
How the heck did
I
you...
heard he can be difficult.
Between you and me, complete prick.
Good morning.
Good morning. Mrs. Mannix?
I don't have a problem with a man drinking before breakfast, but it is impolite not to offer me any.
Your husband is the general manager of MGM. He gives the word I'm stuck doing serials for the rest of my life, at best.
He would never do that.
No? Why not?
Because it would hurt me.
What about me?
It would hurt both of us.
Look, whatever I said last night...
It sounded true. Was it? Or were you acting?
It was true.
Listen. Eddie's got a mistress. Japanese girl, very sweet. An apartment in Brentwood, a cabin up in Big Bear.
What do you have?
I have another 7 good years. Then my ass drops like a duffel bag.
Well, it seems all right now.
Thank you for noticing. Tell me the truth. Did you think I could help you?
I thought that you were the most beautiful girl in the world. And yes, I did.
Do you know who you looked like? Sir Galahad. George, nobody ever asked to be happy later. Tell me what you want. You can have it. Should I leave?
No. You should stay.
say? I got a mistress. Well, former mistress. I'm not really sure on that yet, but I got bruises on the body. What? After you dropped her off, she never left the building, Mr. Sinclair. I can't swear that nothing went on in there, but she never left the building.
There's an entrance in the rear.
Okay.
And a loading dock. Neither would be visible from your vantage point.
Look, Mrs. Sinclair, maybe, you know, you and your wife, you sit down and you have a conversation and you see...
This man. Here.
He works there.
No. I've seen him before. Mr. Simo, I have utter faith in your abilities, but you might wish to entertain the notion there is more going on than you realize.
I, George Bessolo Reeves, being of sound and disposing mind and memory, do declare this my last will and testament. I hereby give, devise, and bequeath all monies and personal property owned by me at the time of my death to Toni Leonore Mannix.
What? Maybe there's another will. The goddamn better be.
Miss Lemmon, can I talk to you for a minute? I'm Louis Simo. I'm a private investigator. I've been retained by Helen, the bereaved mother of
I agree.
your late fiance. I was just wanting to know if I could ask you a couple questions.
You're not an investigator.
Yes, I am, ma'am. I am licensed by the state of California.
You know what he is? A catfish. Go clean the mud out of your whiskers.
Catfish? Excuse me. You the Times?
I'm the Times.
You're the Times? What do you think about Superman offing himself and cutting his beloved fiancée out of the picture, leaving the green Eddie Mannix his wife? Huh? Like she needs the dough. Hell hath no fury, huh? I mean, people get killed for less than that.
You saying George Reeves was murdered?
It's a heck of a question.
What's your name?
Louis Simo. S-I-M-O.
Did you go to the doctor?
I went.
What did he say?
Those guys, they're all frauds.
Not a very helpful attitude.
Well, something has to kill you, don't it?
Oh, I guess so.
You under contract?
I was, at Warner's.
But now you're not.
Now, no.
Tough game.
Well, I'm always ready to play.
George was in Gone with the Wind, Eddie.
That picture made money.
So, what brought you to Los Angeles, Miss Yoshida?
Don't talk to her.
Sorry?
She doesn't speak English.
Oh. Yes.
Eddie, I found a darling little place up on Benedict. It's about 12,000. I'd like to buy it.
Wow. It's a good investment, right?
Well, you know what they say about land. They can make me more of it.
What's not on the menu?
We have some very nice blue points set aside, Mr. Mannix.
How's the flank steak?
The flank steak is very good.
Bring me that Cobb salad, dressing on the side, bacon. My wife will take another Gibson.
Well, what do you think?
The most I ever got from a girlfriend was a tie.
Just how Tony does things, I guess.
You should be happy, George.
Wouldn't mind a job.
Well, maybe she could put in a word with her, you know.
Hey, take it.
What's this?
It's a couple of $100.
I see, but why are you giving it to me?
I got it. You need it. Go ahead, kid. Make your first $1 million.
Your talent is required.
All right.
Le falta fuerza al corazón. Sin un amor, el alma muere derrotada. Desesperada en el dolor, sacrificada sin razón. Sin un amor no hay salvación. No me dejes de querer, te pido. No te vayas a ganar mi olvido.
Lois and Jimmy, what have you done with them?
Stay for now, Superman. Just don't get any big ideas about stopping the robbery.
All right, you win this time. But if something happens to them, I promise your witness day never arrives.
Whenever you're ready, George.
All right. They're safe for now, Superman. Just don't get any big ideas about stopping the robbery.
Actually, George, you're reading the other role.
Oh, Superman.
Yeah. He's, you know, the hero.
Suppose I've always felt more the criminal type.
We're looking for a new take here, George. Someone the kids will buy, sure, but adults too. Needs a real actor.
What's the worst that could happen? We offer you the part.
Well, okay. All right, Mr. Prince, I got your message. What is it you want?
It's not what I want, Superman. It's what you want.
Listen, I'm not in the mood for games. But I promise you this. If anything happens to Lois or to Jimmy...
An actor can't always act. Sometimes he has to work.
You're talking to the man who defended Camelot with a cardboard sword.
I enjoyed you in that.
You were the oldest boy in the theater, right?
Look, it's a dirt cheap kiddie show. It doesn't even have a sponsor. Odds are no one's ever going to see it.
It's just sounding better and better.
And you need the money.
There's money.
I mean money of your own. Oh, come on, George. What do you want from life?
Oh, I don't know. I'd settle for Clark Gable's career.
Take the job. Cash the check.
Can I tell you something? Seriously.
Of course.
You're beautiful when you take your glasses off.
So does this mean we're saying yes?
Why is it so drab? Superman was blue and red.
Not on TV, not enough contrast. But maybe if the show flies, they might film in color. For when the color sets, come out.
Then I'll get to wear the blue and red.
Look like a damn fool.
Nice car.
That's my baby. Lou?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Miss Taylor. We're,
Goofy.
I'm sorry?
Went to Disneyland.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Last week. She's a little upset. I happen to be in the neighborhood, so...
That's convenient.
Hey, he's a good kid. I saw that right off.
Well, you would know. Now, Russ.
The policy will cover it. That's not a problem, but she's concerned.
We took charcoal fluid, poured it all over it, and put it on the couch.
Put what on the couch? What's the deal, Scout? Your mom is very upset with you. What if you burnt the house down? Huh? You wouldn't have a place to live. You know people get killed in fires? Huh? Use your noggin.
It was just to get rid of it.
What, the costume? Scout, you begged me for that thing. You wanted it so bad, you remember?
Not anymore.
Why?
He shot himself in the head with a Luger. It's a Nazi pistol.
So you know this man? He was an actor. And if he did shoot, whatever he did, you can still watch him on TV, can't you? Hmm? Scout, I asked a question. Evan, you hear what I'm saying?
All right.
Evan, you answer when I talk. Evan, put it down. Come on, what are you doing?
Let's leave it.
Put it down. Evan, put it down.
Louis!
Stop it, okay?
God damn it.
This kid. Why do you even bother calling?
I don't know. Possibly you might care that your son is having...
Maybe you should take a breath.
I do care. I care very much. He's my son, just because I don't have every minute.
No, you have so much going on.
Is that what this is? Huh? Because I've heard it already 1,000 times from you.
The actor, this gimmick you're pulling.
We noticed the item in the paper.
What? I was hired.
Can't you see what these endless little tricks
This is how I make my
doing?
fucking living.
Lou, that kind of language.
This is how I make money that I send you. I'm sorry, is this his business?
No, I'm just trying to keep things civil.
Russ, this is between Louis and me. Listen, Lou. He asked for you. I wasn't going to call you. He asked.
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't be more help, but after all, I'm not Superman.
Well, jeepers no, Mr. Kent.
I suppose that would be too much to ask.
I suppose it would, Lois. I suppose it would.
Sorry, that's me.
Keep rolling. Take it back a line, George.
All right, Tommy. Where were we? Lois? Would you like to see the real Man of Steel?
Well, sure I would.
Well, all right, then.
There he is. You're next, Jimmy. Leave the bow tie on.
Great Caesar's ghost! More power than a locomotive, Chief!
No, in a safe.
What did you think?
The scripts are awful. And everything looks cheap. You're charming.
Well, that's all that matters. Oh.
She's a lesbian, you know.
Who?
The one playing Lois.
Mr. Reeves.
Yellow.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. Phyllis? Is she really?
No. She is now, as far as you're concerned.
Well, there it is.
You fans. Action, George. 1, 2, 3.
Unhook her. You all right,
Stop
George?
it.
Leave him alone. All right, let him go. All right, all right, all right.
I'd like to thank the Academy and all the good people of Galesburg, Illinois, making me who I am today.
Okay, everybody, let's take him.
Well, I want somebody to tell me what's wrong with me. I want somebody to tell me what's wrong with me.
Who was that next to you when I came in?
Chad. He's in my acting class.
Any good?
He's okay, I guess.
You shouldn't hang around people who are less talented than you.
You've never seen me act.
So?
So you don't know if I'm talented. You don't know what I could do. You don't know a thing about me, do you? Ever gonna tell me how you got that?
What?
Under your armpit.
Something stupid.
A fight?
My pop, he was on the gate at Warner's.
A guard?
Yeah, he used to go to work in this uniform with the crease in the pants like a knife. I used to think he was the chief of police.
He did that?
I was a month out of the army. It's 1946, so no job. And, Pop got me set up. And there was a strike at the studio, so keep the union guys off the lot. Platoon around the gate, me and 40 other saps. Bats and billy clubs, and got out of hand. A little Teamster shit came at me with a razor. 2 years in North Africa while I get at crabs. 6 days in Burbank. And, man. And my pop apologized.
To you?
To the studio. For his son screwing up. Like the chicken shit peasant he was. What's that look?
Just watching you.
Mrs. Bessolo?
I don't need this.
I do. Sit down, please.
Miss Bessolo? Right here, miss.
Mrs. Bessolo, I'm James Engelman from Archaeopathy Studios.
That what?
Superman was filmed on our lot, and I'm here to express how saddened we are over your loss.
My son was not lost. Mr. Engelman was taken.
One more. One more. Here, Mrs. Bessolo.
What the hell you dragged them here for? Freedom of the press, right? These in the report?
They weren't there then.
Hang on there, Mrs. Bessolo. Hang on. Come on.
Just let me sit a minute.
Come on, make yourself useful. Grab a chair. Let's get it. Let's go. There you go. Okay. There we go. Very good. Okay, good. There. Okay. I'm gonna go handle this. You just relax.
Is she all right?
That's her boy's blood. You tell me.
The deceased woke up, joined his guest for approximately half an hour, returned to bed. No sign of forced entry or physical struggle. The Luger found there on the floor, heavily oiled, no prints. He kept it in the nightstand. The slug there, and the casing on the bed underneath the body.
You want to explain to me how a man can shoot himself and end up on top of the show?
Is this your strategy, Mr. Simo, to impugn the laws of physics?
And there's no prints on the gun. What, do you wipe it clean after putting that hole in his head?
Prints aren't automatic. Certain conditions have to be present.
Did you question the people in the house?
They all signed sworn statements.
45 minutes to call the cops. It's plenty of time to come up with some bogus story. But you got sworn statements.
You accusing me of something?
Was Reeves checked for powder burns? It's a suicide shot to the temple. Where's the burn?
When a gun is discharged directly against...
Yeah, listen, the coroner never checked. He didn't notice the bruises on the body either. Which, by the way, aren't automatic, okay? Certain conditions have to be present. Like maybe a fight with a guy that's about to... cause your expiration.
He won't be buried in that cape.
Mrs. Bessolo, Archaeopathy would be honored to help you pay for any sort of a floral tribute you might deem appropriate for yourself.
Since when do suicides miss twice, lay down a rug, and start over? Is that normal? Just asking.
That cost the studio 15 grand. You think you're worth that?
We were just...
His farmer's daughter picture. What is it?
The mating game.
$1 million investment. You think I'm gonna let you fuck with that? You think you're gonna be a star?
Our concern here is...
You're a face. Faces change.
What Mr. Mannix means.
He knows what I mean. Out of my sight. Set something up. Him and some starlet. Picnic. Soda pop.
Already arranged.
They treat the contract like shit, Howard. Whatever the fuck they want.
The business is changing.
Fags and television. And what are we? Huh? The last of the Mohicans.
That was a UA picture, Eddie.
That, Spig. Or what? Brick detective.
I sent Jim Engelman over. He used to work for us. I'm sure you don't want MGM coming into it.
And?
Louis Simo. 2 years with Rick Harris. He shot his mouth off about Susan Humphreys to Confidential for $5,000. Harris fired him.
Susan Humphreys?
Jennifer Jones type. Under contract at Fox. Heroin addict.
Drove off the Panker doing 90.
Have a good memory, Eddie.
What's the prick want?
Money, press, whatever he can grab.
What's he got?
Some questions.
My wife won't get out of bed. It's been almost a week. She won't get out.
I'll stop by and see her.
Do that. Cheer up. She always liked you.
Eddie?
Yeah?
You have anything to tell me?
About what?
Anything I need to have a story ready for.
She's not here.
Miss Lemmon? That's interesting.
What is?
That you thought I wanted to talk to her since this is your house. Was that your father?
My husband.
Oh, sorry.
He's a screenwriter.
Well, no one could blame you for wanting to hang around people your own age. What was his name again? Robert Condon? I'm sure you're just friends.
Run back.
show you how to prune these.
My husband does the garden. Takes his mind off his writing.
Huh? What do you do, Mrs. Van Ronkle?
I don't go around trying to get my picture in the paper.
You saw that, huh?
What are you gonna do when this blows up in your face?
There are 2 holes in the bedroom floor. What do you know about that?
Leonore made them.
Yeah?
Months ago.
Why?
I asked her to.
You asked her to shoot a gun on the floor.
When you're drunk, everything's funny.
He shoots himself. You all wait 45 minutes to call the police. That's unusual.
You ever been to a party where a man goes upstairs and blows his head off?
No.
Then how do you know what's unusual?
So how do I find Miss Lemmon?
She's not the way you think she is.
What way is she?
She's only looking for love.
Just want to remember that one. That's good. It's nice. It's very futuristic.
Hey, you're a detective, right?
Yeah.
So men hire you to find out what their wives are up to, that sort of thing?
Yeah, they do that.
Does the truth make them happier?
Hardly ever.
You know, he wasn't going to marry her.
Reeves?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know?
Well, she ran over here when he told her. I heard every word.
And how did Miss Lemmon react?
Like a longshoreman on a bender.
Aquellos ojos verdes, sereno como un lago, en cuyas quietas aguas un día me miré.
Christ.
Fuck you. Nobody wants to hear your mopey singing.
This is my house. Party, you're treating like a goddamn bus bitch.
Woe is fucking me.
Goddamn miserable son of a bitch.
Right.
Don't you walk away from me.
Shut up.
I hauled myself out to this shithole burg for you. And you have the balls to tell me it's off?
God damn it. Listen. What are you doing? What the?
I'm the fucking man in this room.
You're a fool.
Do something,
Yes,
right?
God,
You have been. You
give it to me. God damn it.
I had to take a leak. What's your excuse?
This is sealed crab seed.
Then I guess we both deserve to get our bottoms spanked.
What's that?
Last I looked, it was $4,000 in traveler's checks. Georgie put it aside for our honeymoon. That's off the plate now, isn't it?
That why you killed him?
You think he was rich? That Superman gig paid shit.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe you found out a little too late.
He was fun. Knocked back the booze like nobody's business. Pretty good in the sack. Yeah.
Lady, I can nail you with this.
D'Artagnan, you couldn't nail me with roses and a trip to Vegas. And you're not a cop. So what the hell are you doing following me into my dead fiancé's bedroom? And then, Mr. Simo showed me his member, Your Honor. And I became frightened. You're in my way.
I'm gonna be on you, Miss Lemmon.
Not unless you dope me first.
See how I got us in the paper? Look at this. Guaranteed LAPD's gonna sweat this. Now, the more heat they feel, the more pressure they're under to reopen the case.
The police reopened the case?
No. They will if I keep it up, which requires a financial commitment from you, so I can go on hammering. I did get a copy of the police report. Lots of holes, and I'm not talking about the ones on the floor. Plus, something else. Your son called the wedding off. That's a new motive for Miss Lemmon, okay? And I intend to go out.
She was never going to be his wife.
Oh, yeah? You knew that he didn't plan on
Do you think my own son would get married without telling me, and to a greedy slut like that? All these people.
What about him?
Sitting around like they're so big. I don't know who they are. George starred with Sinatra, with Gable. He was an important film actor.
Someone else can do that, you know.
Well, now, it's a beautiful car. Ought to keep it clean. Why, does this offend your delicate sensibilities?
Yes. But you're new on the job, so I'll let it pass.
Art got a call. They're picking up Superman.
They're what?
Kellogg's. Bought it.
After 2 years?
That's right. I will be on television in a month, wearing brown and gray underpants.
Well, hooray!
Christ.
Well, maybe it wasn't your proudest moment.
No, I'm quite sure it wasn't.
But you did create a very likable, very attractive, very heroic character.
Is that right?
I'd fuck you in a second.
Well, one thing we can be sure of. No one with a lick of sense would watch that show.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Superman.
Yes, it's Superman, strange visitor from another planet who can change the course of mighty rivers, bend steel in his bare hands, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the American way.
Homes with Children, Adventures of Superman, 91 rating.
What does that mean? No adults are watching?
Oh, they're watching with the kids, George. Families. Kellogg's has ordered 26 more. They want to film in color.
Well, I'll get to wear the blue and red.
Maybe you ought to put that out.
What for?
Superman doesn't smoke.
Thank you.
All right. I'm coming right back. Keep your mitts off my grub.
All right.
George Reeves?
And Mr. Adler is out today. What time was your appointment?
Excuse me, Mr. Zinnerman. George Reeves will be reading for the role of Malin Stark.
Good morning, one and all.
Superman was on pain pills. So he crashed his car a couple of months back. Almost got killed.
Drunk.
There wasn't any brake fluid.
How do you know that?
I went down to the Esso station at the bottom of Benedict. Said I was from the insurance company. I spoke to Mr. Phelps. He was very friendly.
Leaking the lining.
Mr. Phelps couldn't find one. Not bad, huh?
But they were still getting married. At least then, as far as she knew.
Well, wouldn't that be why?
Why Leonore drains his brake fluid?
Why Mrs. Mannix does. He leaves her, right, for this younger woman. She can't bear it. And
Toni wants him dead.
well, wouldn't that be better?
Help! Help! They've robbed the Dockville Bank!
Up. What's that? Someone's in need. You can't see my penis, can you? Well, hello there, young man. What's your name?
Kenneth Giles. Can I shoot you?
Kenneth? Why would you want to do something like that?
So the bullet bounces off, can I?
Well, if you did shoot me, and the bullet bounced off it might accidentally hit someone else. We don't want that to happen, do we?
No.
Why don't you just, you and I, here we go, partner. Why don't you just give me that? Just hand me that for 1 minute.
You think I don't see what you're doing?
I'm sorry?
Day after day taking pictures?
I'm just waiting for the traffic to...
He leaves those where I can see them. And then he pretends he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Miss Sinclair.
What is he paying you?
That's confidential.
He's been out of work for 7 months. I don't know what he does all day. He won't tell me. Now, why don't you investigate that?
Ma'am, I'm just trying to turn a buck here. So, if there's a problem between you two, maybe you should, talk to a priest or whatever. Hash it out. I can't fix your marriage, ma'am.
I don't know. I thought you might put in a word.
What do you suggest I say?
He drops a hint to Zinnemann. That's how these things work. And, it was a very solid audition.
It's Harry Cohen's picture. Eddie's at MGM.
Well, whatever happened to Honor Among Thieves?
Let's just save it for something important.
Oh, I see. This isn't important at all. Wow.
Here. Because you've had a rough week.
Well, who needs another watch?
I just don't want some drunk finishing with that horrid child started.
I don't know that a gun is the answer, but...
It would just make me feel more comfortable knowing...
What would make me feel safe is not prancing around in a monkey suit in front of 8,000 screaming...
You'd be gone, George. All right? And then what happens to me?
Mrs. Mannix, please.
Who shall I say is calling?
Lawrence Farmer from the St. Jude's Foundation. To thank her for her generosity.
One moment, please.
Mr. Simo.
Do I know you?
No. But I'm familiar with you.
Everybody reads the Times, huh?
I'm Howard Strickland. I handle publicity at MGM.
How do you do?
And I'm wondering why you would be trying to approach Mrs. Mannix under false pretenses.
Are you speaking professionally?
I'm speaking as a friend of the Mannixes.
Can I see Mrs. Mannix?
She's not well. And frankly, neither she nor her husband appreciate being dragged into this business.
What business is that?
Your business, Mr. Simo.
You didn't have to go and do that.
You seem to have an inflated sense of your importance. You're on routine patrol.
Could you, pass along a message to Mrs. Mannix?
And what would that be?
Hope to see her at the funeral.
Been hunting all over.
He's over there. Cinnamon sure did keep us hanging long enough. I knew it would pan out.
How did you know that?
What choice did I have? And Toni, thank you.
For what?
Whatever you did to help. You know how much he needed this.
Mr. Weissman, I don't want to disturb you, but
You know George?
No. I'm Louis Simo.
I'm a speechmaker. Saying what you really feel. It's hard. Thank you for coming.
Mr. Weissman, I was just wondering if you... seeing me off the grounds again?
Mrs. Mannix was unable to attend. For reasons I'm sure you can understand.
You do a lot for your friends.
And you're just doing your job. But I am concerned.
Yeah? About what?
Your history. People are rarely afforded the chance to make the same mistake twice.
Are you threatening me?
I'm offering you an opportunity. There's a place for you at Metro if you'd like. The pay can be generous.
I'd rather talk to Mrs. Mannix.
There's nothing there for you.
Yeah. Why are you pitching me?
When it comes to publicity, what's true or false really doesn't matter. If it hurts the studio, if it stops one person from buying a ticket, I have to fix it. That's my job. The offer sincere. Don't let pride stand in the way. It won't get you what you want.
Sad day, huh, boys? Tell you what's sadder. Calling it suicide when it's really murder. Why would the cops do that?
Sing us a new song, Simo.
Oh, you don't love me anymore? 2 months ago, somebody drained all the fluid out of George Reeves' brake lines. Almost bought it right then. Coincidence, right? I mean, LAPD don't make mistakes. You, Patterson? So what's the truth, huh, boys? Who wanted him dead? I mean, you guys might be lazy, but nobody said you're dumb. Give me that.
Name some names.
You want me to write it for you, too?
Hey, you got a story or not?
You want names? Ask this guy. He's got the names. Names, pictures. What's he doing here when MGM never cut Reeves a check in his life? Huh? Come on, do some work, will you? Hey, Kappa, put the fucking camera, will you? There you go. Say cheese.
Excuse me. Hi, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
Good luck.
Good to see you
so much.
Hey, George.
See you,
Good
kid.
luck.
Good to see you.
Well, buddy, they love it so far.
You got any prejudices against girls? That's what I thought.
Well, now, looks like you're all primed for a big night, Top.
Hello, Stock.
Want some company?
No, thanks. All tied up.
David tells me you've been eyeing the captain's wife like a hound dog at hunting time.
Yes, huh? What else did that character tell you?
You took up with a lot of men back there at Fort Bliss.
Right. Well, I wouldn't put stock in stories like that.
Say no story. I was one of us myself. Not for long, though. Sure is something strange about that.
than a locomotive.
People can see you.
Hello?
I didn't think you were coming.
Why not? I ain't late.
I'll always take care of my boy.
Nice shot, Cruz.
Kid? Are you listening?
Get the fuck out of my house.
Are you listening? Nod your head. Be smart. Let it go.
Your mother snatch. She won't let me.
Here's what I mean.
can you hear me? Louis?
Oh.
I'm calling a doctor, all right?
I don't want to go to the doctor.
Well, at least some ice.
There's no ice in there.
Stop being stubborn, all right? You were unconscious. There's no ice. What did you say?
There's no ice. Oh.
Sit down.
Oh.
What's this about?
Oh. This murder bullshit I've been slinging. I think it might be true.
I can help. Oh, come on. You know I can.
Kid, let's call it a day, all right?
What?
You shouldn't be around me.
This isn't some TV show you want to be in.
This is just a fucked up little business. That you go around and you find out how shitty people are to make the rent.
You don't really believe that. I know you care about what
you know what I care about? That you're balling this Chad kid and you don't got the guts to tell me.
Well, I was
going to, yeah. So now you don't have to.
Do you want me here today?
No, I don't think I do. Let's go outside. You packing?
Not when I cross the street for lunch. Lou, I do what I'm told.
You took the cash from that rag, same as me. $2,500 for ratting on some op-ed actress, and I never said a word. Because I'm loyal to my fucking partner. Huh?
Rick.
Why?
Didn't say, just take care of it.
You tell me why. Huh?
Look, when I helped you out with the old lady, I should have kept my mouth shut. Had to make good. You would have done the same thing. Don't bullshit me. It's how the mortgage gets paid.
What?
Mr. Simo.
Mr. Sinclair? You have to stop, okay? I'm not gonna...
I need your help. Things are... They're not what they seem.
What are you saying?
I've misjudged terribly. No. Can you meet with me, Mr. Simo? I won't bother you again. Please.
Meet you where?
What are you doing here?
My client,
She was your client? Shot her in the throat, the heart, and then the vagina.
Mr. Simo.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I do wish you'd been prompt. I suppose the fault is mine for failing to see that you and your whore were not aiding me, but guarding the rampant fornications of my wife. I hope you've learned the meaning of justice.
Come on.
All right.
This one's easier. Then your other murder?
So what's the emergency?
Better have a drink, Art.
It's 10:30 in the morning. What?
It's pretty bad.
What is? Enough, George. Let's deal with it.
We're canceled.
I just don't see the point.
The point is it's my production company. If I don't sell myself, who will?
The business is here, George.
Yes, but the money's in New York. I can get the papers there.
It's a lot of bother.
I want to do this. I'm looking forward to it. I'll take charge of my own life.
I see.
No, you don't. You think I should just sit around here doing God knows what while both of us...
Yes? While both of us what?
My love, this makes sense to me. I can set up my own projects. Direct and produce, and we'll get some other sap to jump around and call it underwear. Who knows? Maybe I'll direct a picture for MGM. Hmm? I'll be back in 2 weeks.
Kiss me.
Let me close this.
You have to. Kiss me.
All right. I have to go. Toni.
George, kiss
All right.
me.
All right.
That bitch who hired you, you think she loved Georgie?
Who is this?
He grew up without a father. When he's old enough, she finally tells him what happened to Daddy.
Miss Lemmon.
Suicide. Pistol in the mouth. Georgie never stopped thinking about it. 15 years later, he gets a visitor. His father. Alive. All he'd done was dump the bitch for another woman, left Georgie too. So Mommy tells Baby Daddy killed himself. She tells her own son. Georgie swore he'd never speak to her again.
This lets you off the hook.
I didn't screw his head on backwards, she did.
Why are you telling me now?
I'm just a little blot of sugar. Kinda horny. And pretty goddamn all alone.
So?
I don't know. I thought maybe we had something in common.
Bessolo?
Mrs. Bessolo?
I won't be needing your services any longer, Mr. Simo.
And when were you gonna tell me?
I intend to mail you a check.
A check? That's it?
I don't owe you anything else.
How about an explanation? How about telling me your son wouldn't give you the time of day?
Don't you use that tone with me. Mr. Strickland gave me his word.
Strickland?
A statue would be erected in
what?
my son's honor outside the Chinese theater.
You never gave a shit, did you?
You'll be paid.
Keep your goddamn check.
My son was a great star. He deserves a statue.
Can I take your picture?
Sure.
Wait, I blinked. Take another one.
Sorry, no retakes.
My goddamn eyes were closed.
You know who that is over there?
Take your picture?
Superman.
Right.
He's gotta be loaded. Me and my little cousins are glued to that show. Look at her ass. Len, look.
What's really exciting to me is I never think about
Earl Wilson, look at you all dressed up. I haven't seen you since...
You punched a waiter at Sardi's and broke his nose.
I left a nice tip. Find something funny, Junior?
No. I know when I'm out of my league.
Don't sell yourself short. I got a big heart. I'll bet you've got a big one, too.
Very nice of you to say. Miss
Leonore Lemmon.
Lemmon.
So, how about an autograph for my poor, crippled nephew?
Is he in an iron lung?
He's in Yonkers. Superman wants to get laid. God damn. Make room for fucking daddy. You know what, Stillion?
What?
I think he's starting to get the hang of this. Let's do it again.
Mom's picking me up.
I know that. I just wanted to... I got you something. I left it in the car. I'll give it to you when we go home. Come on.
How come you're not at work?
Because I don't sit in an office. Okay, that's for suckers. Your pop's an investigator. All right? Come on, let's go.
I'm supposed to wait for Mom.
What?
I'm supposed to wait for Mom.
Your mom and me, we went home. Evan. Nobody has magic powers. You gotta be tough. You gotta show them what you're made of, you know? My father never taught me that. Okay, here we go. Come on. I'm his son. He's my son. He is. Tell him. Evan, tell him, please. Come on. Evan. say.
You're gonna fight everybody.
I thought you liked tough guys.
You're saying this, why?
I want to be honest with you.
My, that's noble. What is that, from some script you auditioned for in the 40s?
No, it's just me talking to you.
I'm so grateful. Straight arrow, George. You go to New York and you fuck some whore and you run back to tell me.
She's not a whore.
Oh, but she's an actress. A singer. Does she blow smoke rings with a cunt? Is it a fling you want?
It's not a fling.
Oh, you're in love. 2 weeks in a hotel room.
She makes me feel young.
Have you seen yourself, George? Your face is going.
Don't do this.
Here.
Stop
your
it.
eyes, your hair, your stomach. You think no one notices?
Toni, don't do this.
But you've got your projects, haven't you? You're going to be a director. You'll sit in your little canvas chair, polishing your balls. Thank God I'm rid of that hag I had to screw. What was her name? The one who paid for everything. The one who bought me a fucking house!
For God's sake.
You want publicity? You'll get it. I'll say you're a red. A faggot. A lush. Nobody can call that a lie.
You know what? You never helped me. You never helped me. You could have talked to Eddie. You could have gotten me something, but you didn't. Because you liked me where I was in a fucking red suit. You liked that. Well, that's not who I am. You understand? God damn you.
But, George, that's all you were good for. 10-year-olds and shut-ins. That was the best you were ever going to be. I knew that. Why didn't you?
They rushed it and closed the case. I didn't like it from the start.
Why?
There was pressure.
From whom?
Look, I can't do what you can do, understand? I got a wife, kids, car payments. Look, I'm in for 20 and a pension.
But I got nothing to lose, huh?
Look, think it through. MGM buys off the mother.
I'm not getting paid, pal.
That's all it's about for you.
Hey. I got that woman killed for nothing, okay? $50 a day, I'm stringing her husband along like I'm running him because I can't see straight in front of me. No, I'm done.
Look, this is how they work it. It just gets buried. Don't you want to know about this guy? Why don't you get on the right side of something for once?
Neither you come off telling me what I should do.
Well, I'm not the one with the guilty conscience, am I?
Professional circuit. They're serious.
Am I might get a kick out of it.
What do you got, a party? No, just a few friends of Leonore.
Now when that old bitch calls, this gizmo records it automatically, so...
I got a delivery for Mr. Reeves?
Hey, in there! Put that on the table. Georgie, why don't you show this boy how much we love him?
Why don't we take it easy on this badge, Lem? All right, kid, here's 100. Go make your first million.
Georgie, you are directing your own movie in a month. Live a little, okay? Or take a headache. No, just don't ruin the party, okay?
All right.
Give me a kiss. Go.
All right, all right.
I'll fix you a drink, all right?
Yeah.
That actor.
Eddie. It's very late.
What's he plan to do with the rest of his life?
He has some spaceman script set up with Wasserman to direct. If you offer some kind of...
Yeah, I know how to handle it.
No saben las tristes.
Wow. All right.
Very nice.
Thank you. You're very kind. What did you think? My sweetest dream? Moved to tears?
I thought you sounded like a goddamn beaner.
Well, and so, good night.
Buenas noches, Jorge. Universal is not the only studio. Get him in the door someplace else.
I already tried.
Try harder. He's your only client. What kind of bullshit agent are you?
Leonore.
You come around here dragging around like a wet goddamn
Leonore,
dog.
stop it. All right. We talked about this. This picture's important. Or it was. These people don't want me. They don't know what I can do. We gotta show it to them. Show them I can do something different. We gotta cook something up for me now.
The wrestling offer.
Does it pay?
Their only concern, are you up to it physically?
Well, you can film me. And so they can see.
Why don't you just join the goddamn circus?
Mrs. Mannix. Mrs. Mannix, can I talk to you? It's about George.
George shot himself. He was shot.
Someone shot him, is that what you mean? Who did that? Mrs. Mannix. Can you help me understand? Will you please help me?
Did you know George?
Why don't you tell me about him?
He really was the most beautiful boy.
Mrs. Mannix, please, if I could just come in.
You're not invited, Simo.
Were you?
We're working.
Mr. Harris.
Hello, Louis.
You come up from Palos Verdes just to see me?
I came here to celebrate my friend's anniversary. You've met Mr. Mannix?
No. But we got people in common. Ain't that right, Eddie?
I've got nothing in common with you.
Bernice. First missus. How you like that car crash gimmick, huh?
Rick.
Reba Watson. She get all clingy. I'd feel pounding her face in. Happy times I had.
Richard, please.
George Reeves.
That's enough, Louis.
Am I being indiscreet? Bad for business, huh?
Louis, your problems are your own.
Ricky, you cover for this prick.
Whatever you're pursuing here, whatever
I had a bullet put in
you've
Reeves' head.
constructed will not alter your
I
past
used the
or
studio
your
and the
future.
cops to do it. You're gonna burn in hell, you son of a bitch.
Come here. You don't know me. You don't know what I think, what I do. I don't let you.
You're an old man, Eddie. Who's gonna wipe the blood off your hands?
My hands? I'm in the picture business.
You're a murderer.
Prove it. You hear me? Go on. I'm ready. Prove one fucking thing.
Oh, God.
People are waiting. You coming down?
Help with the dress.
Okay. I'm gonna let some light in. I want to tell you something. You know, I'll always take care of you. Whatever's happened, whatever might have been done, it doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Nobody gets to ask. I won't allow it. You're safe with me. With your husband. Let me see what you look like. beautiful. He always will be.
I see the pieces. How they should fit. How I want them to fit. But I can't. I looked in his face. I know he could do it. Wouldn't think about it twice.
Eddie Mannix.
Yeah.
No, I would never say it wasn't possible.
What about Mrs. Mannix?
You had to like her. Such brightness. Could she have done what you're saying? I don't want to think that.
And Leonore?
We never got along. Leave it there.
Mr. Reeves?
A charming man. Funny. Handsome. Not like the ones today, all the squinting and the mumbling. A movie star face. Why wasn't he one? Where he wound up, it should have been enough, right? Enough for a life. But George...
Yeah.
I never showed this. I knew it wouldn't help. You watch it. Tell me what you see.
Las dulzuras que sabían brindar aquellos ojos verdes sereno como un lago en cuyas quietas aguas un día me miré. No saben las tristezas que mi alma han dejado. Aquellos ojos verdes que yo nunca besaré. Aquellos ojos verdes que yo nunca besaré.
Good night.
Thank you.